in the past. So, I mean, if there's anything, if you can bring some light.
So, I mean, there's actually a guy, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, there's a guy in Seattle who's trying to actually set up something like that in a laboratory. It's incredibly involved, and I just barely, well, no, I don't really totally understand. But actually, the guy doing it, his name is John Kramer, and he's actually expecting it to fail. He imagines that for some reason it won't work, and the signal won't come out the way the equations predict, and something will go wrong. And as a physicist, he's wondering exactly what it is. What is it that's going to prevent that from happening? Matter and energy. That's I don't think I know enough about physics to address it. But I mean, I suppose Einstein showed that matter and energy are sort of two sides of the same coin. So I mean, if you find a wormhole and drive through it, you're taking matter and energy. I mean, they're two forms of the same thing. So if that helps at all. Yeah, there's so many. I won't go on and on, but there are sort of other versions of the grandfather paradox where it's not even matter or energy that's going through. I mean, the problem is just information. You go into the future, you find the answer to a mathematics problem, come back to the present, and help the guy who's going to figure it out. So he got the answer from the future, but the future just had, so like the solution to the mathematical puzzle came out of nowhere. It's just like a loop, and that's kind of crazy. But these are other things to ponder, all related to the grandfather paradox. I guess
very quickly.
Very quick. Yeah.
One quick point. I think it could be argued that we do have time machines, because if I make a recording, a movie, whatever, or video, I can play it back slow motion. I can use time lapse to get fast motion, like stop motion, and so on. And that is a kind of time machine, surely.
Well, it's funny. We've certainly learned of all these ways of playing with time, of which recordings are one of them. And it's funny because when if you talk to Julian Barber, who denies the existence of time, I mean, the first thing you want to tell them is, okay, I've got a newspaper from yesterday, I've got a videotape from an hour ago, and in my mind, I remember what happened a minute ago. And isn't that all proof that time is real? But believe me, he can answer every one of those. I mean, the memory is just it's a mental state that you have now. I mean, you interpret it as being a recollection of the past, but you're experiencing it now, and so on. But anyway, I'm going to stick around, so you can come and talk to me up there. So sorry about that. But yeah, come and chat with me after, and got some books.
We're actually right on time, which is ironic. So again, we are going to set that up, but one last round of applause for Dan Falk. And I wouldn't be earning my salary if I didn't give one last plug to please become a member, a friend of the CFI. It's $60, 20 for students, gets you into all of our great events, which is about once a week, for free. You can put today's admission towards that. You can talk to myself or Katie, who's out there. And if you aren't interested in becoming a member, do sign up so you can find out what we're all about. Okay? Thanks.
You'll be running? Okay. Let's do next time, right? For the movie.
Am I able to take a copy of the freeze frame?
Kind of pizza right here. Sorry, yeah.
Are you selling these? Or?
I think we're selling those. Katie? Our free frames?
Yes, $5.
They're $5 each.
Are they? Okay. Well, I subscribe already, so I just wanted to read the last article.
Okay.
I can take that. All the way in the back corner.
Andrew, how are you? Glad, how are you?
Good. Haven't seen you for a long time.
Nice to see you. Lunch is good?
So, sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Lunch is good? Better than the alternative. Yeah. Hot things that I managed to build. Most recently was a stage for the Art of Con, which was entertaining. Very large. Sets and stuff like that. Yeah, is that 100 feet long? 40 feet long, 35 feet high? One guy. Yes, very exactly. Yeah. He was here in Toronto about 2 weekends ago. Yeah, oh yeah, that movie. They turned the Sky Dome into a Moscow's atmosphere.
Moderate Muslim, right?
Yeah.
He's a very moderate Muslim.
Yeah, he is.
Thank goodness.
And he's dropping a crap load of money in Toronto. He's building who known as the World Islamic Center. Yes, up at Winter Drive, on the site of the old Japanese cultural center. And it's going to be basically a library research facility for Islam, as well as a mosque and Arabian gardens. Just an enormous facility. All on his own dime.
Watch your moves to the
Hopefully
right.
he'll have an influence, positive influence on the rest of his life.
He really likes Toronto just because he finds it to be such a positive place. As far as he's concerned, it's one of the most popular places to live. That's why he keeps coming back and dropping money in my pocket. So I don't mind. I'll tolerate that anytime.
Are you a member of this place?
No, actually, this is the first time I've wandered through the door.
Me too.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the
Blame it
talk?
on him.
You did, yeah.
I was.
You know, I saw this guy Peter Russell. I saw a couple of his videos in the last for a little while. I can't remember what the last one was called, but if you ever get a chance to watch Peter Russell's video, he's really knowledgeable and
It's just going to make me go back and read all my own science fiction.
Okay, I guess
It was good to see you.
I'm looking forward that you'll be in the database.
I did a lot of stuff for better explanations. I'm a teacher. Stuff I know now. It's for physics. No, at a high school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have to do one. Okay, awesome. No, I just checked. Yes. Have a good night.
So, can non-students join?
Yeah, of course. Does it, to become a member? It's just a difference in fee price. That's all. Usually about once a week at